So we have some good news coming out of North Carolina here. Raw Story reports North Carolina lawmakers will work on scaling back portions of the state's anti-trans legislation amid the risk of the NBA moving next year's All-Star game to another site. Because the game is slated to be held in Charlotte, NBA officials have been meeting with Republican state legislators since the passage of House Bill 2, which barred trans residents from using restrooms according to their gender identity. So, not to brag, except that's exactly what I'm going to do, I predicted this. You had the commissioner of the NBA came out recently and said, yeah, we're gonna talk to the people in North Carolina here, and we strongly disagree with this move on their part. And, you know, they were basically flirting with the idea of maybe we move to another site, no biggie. So you have a very powerful organization throwing its weight around and saying, this is going to hurt your economy if you don't get your shit together. And there are other things that happen too. I think it was either in North Carolina or another place that passed these anti-trans laws. PayPal said, we're going to set up a plant there. Now we're not. Other corporations said, not interested in going to your bigoted state because we don't want to give tax revenue and money to your shitty state government. So if there's one thing Republicans politicians react to and they care more about than backwards social ideology, it's money, and it's corporations, and it's wealthy donors. So when wealthy people and corporations and people that have sway in the country, people who are really powerful go, maybe you don't do the anti-trans bill. They go, oh, yes, sir, absolutely. No, you're right. What were we thinking? I'm all for rights for transgender people. Totally. So I told you with them threatening it, you know, if there's anything that'll make the Republicans fall in line, it's that, and now they are falling in line. Now we have the NBA is meeting with Republican North Carolina legislators, and they're like, yeah, you're going back on that, and that's the end of the conversation. They're like, oh, totally. Are you going to keep the game here? If you keep the All-Star game here, then we'll do it. It's good for our economy. We care about money more than anything else. So we'll change it if you stay here. And that's what's happening. Now, that's obviously the positive aspect of this, but there's also a negative aspect of this too. Now, you're probably thinking, what do you mean? How is there a negative aspect? Well, very simply, what this shows is who really controls our politics. The corporations and wealthy people. It's really that simple, man. It really is. Like, you already have the overwhelming majority of the American people on the side of the proper position on social issues. People are liberal on social issues. Yeah, allow gay marriage. Yeah, let's legalize marijuana. On all these different issues, the American people are correct and they're open-minded. But we haven't won on all these fronts yet. But over time, we're gradually moving in the right direction, and there is a clear trend of history on social issues. Have you noticed where there is not a trend of history going in our direction? Economic issues. Why? Because these same corporations that'll fight with us on social issues, that's the bone they throw to us. But on economic issues, they're robbing you blind. So these corporations that are helping you on social issues, on minimum wage, for example, strange. They're the only people in the country who are against it, and we still haven't gotten an increase in it. Ain't that something? So, you know, you have, I think it's 80% of the country says, yeah, raise the minimum wage. Even a majority of Republicans go, yeah, raise the minimum wage. But we haven't gotten it. Why? The politicians aren't representing the people who are clear on this. They're representing their donors. Their donors are the only people in the country that say, leave it where it is because we get to pad the bottom line and make more profit. So the corporations with us on social issues, but look at where their stance is on free trade deals. Oh, they're for virtually everyone because they get to ship more jobs overseas, pay people less there, make more money, pad the bottom line, make more profit. They don't care about your job here. They don't care if you lose a job here. So they're massively right-wing and in favor of the corporatocracy on economic issues, but on social issues, they're with you. They throw you a bone. Yeah, gay marriage. Yeah, trans rights, whatever. Shut the fuck up and let me keep robbing you. So that's the downside of this. The downside of this is it's such a clear example of how corporations and rich people really run the country. And all they had to do was just threaten a little bit. Hey, maybe we move our venue. And they go, oh, wait, what do you mean? We love trans people. I don't know what you're talking about. Ha trans people are wonderful. I invite them over to my house all the time. I mean, what do you want me to say? If they want a hand job, I'll give them a hand job. You know what I'm saying? Trans people, great.